Why does it feel like sometimes that no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to break free? You see, it's not the obstacles, it's not the time, it's not the money that's stopping you. What's stopping you potentially is force. You see, forcing your way through life is re engaging with your old patterns. It's trying to drag your past into this new future reality that you're looking to create. And sometimes it just doesn't work. And so, in order for you to shift into a different perspective, the key is to shift from force into intention. And so in this video, I'm going to be exploring with you the difference between intention and force and how to actually shift from one to the other and start to create a new reality. And for the purposes of this video, may the force not be with you. All right, so let's kick things off with intention. What is intention? Now, before we can even talk about intention, we must talk about attention. Now, what is attention? Attention is what you are focusing on. So think of it as this big old kahuna here, okay? This big old kahuna, for those of you who don't know, this is a flashlight. This is the T9000, light you up like a Christmas tree. Let me do that again. T9000, light you up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, lots of power. And we're back. So you can think of it as a flashlight. The flashlight, where it shines is where you shine your flashlight is where you basically place your attention. So where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? So if your attention is on obstacles, is on lack, then your energy is going to flow in that particular direction. And conversely, if you shift your attention to abundance, to success, to achievements, your attention will go there as well. Now, the attention can be thought of as the what in this particular case, what you focus your attention on. Versus intention is like more of the how and the why you focus your attention on. And the analogy I have for that is like a door, right? There's a door on the side of the room here. You can't really see it on the camera, but there's a door, trust me. And I could be staring at this particular door. That's where my attention is going. So I'm shining the flashlight on this door, but my intention is to go through the door. So I can have attention on all kinds of things, but if I don't have my intention onto it as well, I then can't pursue that. I can't actually go there. So intention is the how and the why of your focus. And what happens is that attention is based on the premise that you are allowing a reality to come, allowing a reality to surface. You're trusting that there is a reality that you're desiring to create, and that you are trusting that the path will be revealed to you as you step into that particular, your particular path and going down that way. Now, what a lot of us have been conditioned to believe is to rely on force. Now, force in and of itself in some areas can be useful, but over-reliance on it tends to sometimes keep us stuck in place. So what is force? Force sometimes is basically, I have my attention on the door and now I'm going to force myself in there. So you're relying on willpower, you're relying on motivation, you're relying on getting yourself pumped up so you can actually go there. And when you do that, what happens is that you're now creating more resistance, you're creating more tension, you're creating more frustration within, and you're trying to control what's actually happening. And in fact, when you're doing this particular thing, you're actually tapping into the past. You're tapping into your mind's past stored emotions, ways of beings, and beliefs, while trying to create the new reality. So you're forcing a new reality with the same limited frame of perspective in mind that you've had before. How can you actually create a new reality where, I don't know, you have the dream relationship, you attract your dream partner, you attract or you build a very successful business, or you're working at your dream job? How can you actually attract that if you've never done it before? And so by relying more on force, you're tapping more into your past. of what you already know, which in that particular past, you did not create that reality, to try and recreate it again. It's like building a house out of straw. You built the house and you're like, now I want to build a better house that won't blow away in the wind. So I'm going to recreate it again using straw, but I'm going to align it differently. What's going to happen is you're bringing in the exact limiting lacks and beliefs and trying to create, and sometimes it just does not create it for you. So the goal is to shift from force into intention and attention. So some of the techniques that I like to use to tap into these states and start approaching it from attention and intention is just simply that, attention to where you're placing your focus. So how to do this is to interrupt yourself. So I purposely place interruptions throughout my day. You don't have to do this all the time. Like try it on for maybe 3 days to a week, where you have a random alarm that goes off, or maybe at set times throughout the day, whatever suits you. And during that time, you snap out of what you're actually doing. The alarm is meant to trigger and have you ask yourself, who am I? What am I being right now? Where am I? And what am I focused on doing? These simple questions can have you realign yourself from like, oh wow, yeah, I was caught up in my past again, thinking about this particular thing, or I was caught up in the anticipated future rather than that. So just that interruption alone over time is going to help you consciously decide. It gives you the power to consciously decide where to realign yourself and take your next actions. And in the beginning, of course, it's going to take some time and practice, because in the beginning, yeah, sure, you might be able to consciously shift the particular thing, but you might be only able to hold on to that for a nanosecond or a couple of seconds, maybe even a couple of minutes. But as you do this more frequently, you'll be able to tap into it not only faster, but also for longer extended periods of time. Now, another technique that I like to use is visualization meditation. And in visualization meditations, it's different from then just thinking about what you want to create. There's 3 fundamental rules that I follow in this particular meditation. One being, you visualize the reality you're looking to create without a neediness or expectation of it having to occur. You're doing it out of a place of fun. And when you're done the meditation, you forget all about it. And so what you're doing is you're focusing on the visualization of it. So this is rule 1. You're focusing on the visualization. And by doing that, what you're doing is you're actually focusing on the energy behind it. You're focusing on the energy of it and allowing the universe, trusting the universe that the path will reveal itself to you. Number 2 is that you're not focusing on some distant future. You're focusing that visualization in the actual present moment, like you are in it. And then number 3 is that you embody this as much as you can. Like you feel the visualization, you taste it, you can touch it. It's like eating a delicious, juicy peach. You fully embrace it from there. And the key thing after the meditation is to fully drop it, let it go, and move on. And what's happening is that you're signaling to the universe that this is where I'm intending to go, and this is where I'm going to continue taking my actions, but I'm not obsessing over it. I'm not forcing myself into it, because very quickly you can start to force. I need this outcome to happen. I need this to go from there. So to recap real quick, you've got force. When you use force, you have a tendency to pull the past into your present to try and create a new reality, which oftentimes might not work. And you're requiring a lot of willpower, motivation, and pumping yourself up to get things done, versus you can place it from intention. And intention is a place of allowing the thing to happen. Is the big difference. One is the force, and allowing the thing to happen, attracting it simply because this is who you are being. And in doing so, you first need to place your attention in the particular direction you want to go, and then intending to go there by aligning yourself with that reality. Now, the 2 exercises that I've shown here was the first one being setting up random interruptions throughout the day, which is to have you look at, hey, who am I being? Where am I right now? Where am I going at this moment? And then from there, doing a visualization meditation, which is focused on those 3, being the not focusing particularly on the outcome, on the desired outcome. When you're visualizing it in the present moment and visualizing and embodying it fully so that you're actually there. So go ahead, give that a shot, and hope all is well with you.